Hi everyone, this is Mahina and welcome to the ImaginAdventures podcast. This is the first podcast of 2022, so Happy New Year everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time with friends, family, even on your own, and that you're ready for what I believe is going to be a magical year. So today I want to take you through the three main values that I am all about. If you have checked out my website, you will see that at the very front, on the front page, when you get there, my website, by the way, is mahinaperot.com or ImaginAdventures.com. And the first thing that you see is imagine your greatest adventure into being. And three values under there are imagination, manifestation, and adventure. There's also a really cool quiz which you can do, and there's a button under there. You can just click on it and have fun and do the quiz. But basically, I want to talk to you about these three very, very important values. They are the one that I live by every day, and that seriously allow me to really enjoy my life and to live my greatest life possible and to make my dreams come true one after another. So I really want to share that with you, especially now as we begin this brand new year. So imagine, let's take the first word, imagination, imagine. When we imagine, what do? Well, we literally go back to being a kid. We are creative, we are inventive, we have fun. Imagination is a playground, basically. It is when you are in the field. Some people call the universe the field. We are in the universe. The universe is our playground. The earth is your playground as well. Your garden is your playground. Your house is your playground. Your career, your life is your playground, basically. And when we are dealing with imagination, we are in the realm of all possibilities, anything is possible. We get to play and we get to shoot. So when we deal with imagination, it's very important to stay open-minded, to literally allow yourself to become like a child again. I'm not saying that you need to be immature, but just allow your imagination to go wild. If you still want to fly, even though you're a 40-year-old man or woman, doesn't matter. Imagine yourself flying. We can do anything that we want when we imagine ourselves in our mind, and this is beautiful. I talk a lot about imagination. I have done a lot of podcasts about imaginations, and I actually work with clients on a very, very strong and personal basis to help them hone and develop their imagination, because this is, to me, is the starting point when we want to make any dreams come true. So I actually have an audio course as well. It's a 6 hours or 6 module audio course, which you can find on my website, but and then I work with people one-on-one, because this is where we actually get to play around together, but you can also do that on your own, obviously. And so definitely I recommend that you take I would say 1 hour every day. Why not? If you play video games, you watch Netflix series, but then spend an hour, if possible, every day or at least every week, to create your own movie in your mind, in your head. Imagine what it is that you want. Be the hero of your own movie in that kind of scene or movie that you create in your mind. So let's imagine that we are on the beach and that we have, the sand, the beach is your playground, right? So you get to be in there, and this is what you are doing every day, whether you realize it or not. You are right there, surrounded with sand and water, and rocks and shells, by the way. So all of these are what you will be using to create the life that you want. And this is a metaphor, obviously, but in your life, the same thing applies. You have people around you, you have things around you, you have career opportunities, you have things that you desire, you have things that are in your home. All of that make up your life and are also doorways, if you like, or other possibilities that you're welcome to take at any stage in your life. So for example, you can have a family of 3, you are having a wonderful time, you're living in a beautiful house, but I don't know, you decide that you want to move to living by the beach. This is all possible. It will take a little while to get there, maybe it will, but if you imagine it first, imagine your family playing at the beach, having a house on the beach. You should begin with imagining whatever it is that you want. First of all, it makes everything so much more fun, seriously. Your mind will understand that it is possible because, believe it or not, we live in a wonderful, magical universe. And, when we think about it, as amazing as our imagination is, the sky is the limit when we imagine things. And however, depending on the way we are brought up and of the things that we believe in, we can be quite limited even when we imagine things. And what we forget is that there are an infinite amount of possibilities to get what you want. So let's say that you want a new car. You think that you have to maybe get a better job, get a promotion, and then you will be able to save the money that you need, and you will be able to maybe in 5 days' time buy your car. Well, yes, you can. This is one possibility. Or you can play again. You play the lotto and you hope that you're going to be winning that amount of money, and you're going to manifest your car. That's another possibility. But our imagination is it's great to develop it for that very purpose, because there are countless possibilities. So always have fun with it and allow yourself to really imagine stuff that you wouldn't necessarily be able to imagine if you don't actually take a step further. So for example, to manifest that car, who knows, maybe a friend of yours is moving houses or moving town, and he decided that you did him a favor 10 years ago, and he actually loved that car, but he just made a fortune selling his business, and he just wanted to gift it to you. And this is just, I'm playing around here, but this is to show you that there are countless possibilities. So don't limit yourself. Okay, so we are on that playground of the beach. We are on the beach. We are playing with the sand, the shells, the rocks, and the water. So this is the first step, imagine. But then we get to manifesting. And manifesting, the process of manifesting is basically the process of creating what we want, or what I love to say, bringing whatever it is that we desire into our 3D reality. 3D reality meaning our world as it is. When we talk about 5D reality, I don't know if you've heard that term before, but it basically, for me anyway, it is a change of perspective. When you talk about a 5D reality, is when you experience a paradigm shift and you have changed your perspective on something. So you experience the world in a different way. But basically, our 3D reality is the world in the way that we all see it together as a community, as a mixture of people. Okay, so you have your own world in your imagination. This is yours alone. It's very hard to share it, and it's okay. It's your little secret garden. And now we get into the common world, or the 3D world, where we actually are creators. We have the power, the ability to manifest. This is almost like life is a game, and we have been given the tools to actually bring to life whatever it is that first begin in our mind as an idea, as something that we want to manifest. So basically here, when we manifest, what do? We literally grab a shovel and a bucket. Okay, so imagine you're on the playground of the beach. As a metaphor, so for example, you want to literally build a new house. You want to build the house that you've always dreamed of. So you're going to get an architect, and you're going to maybe even get the building materials yourself, and you're going to build it. But either way, you can build the house that you've always dreamed of, whether somebody else does it, but you've got the idea and you came up with the plan, or you actually get down to the ground and actually hammer every single nail in your house's wall, and you bring it to life. I mean, this is manifesting. You take inspired action. Inspired action comes from having imagined first what it is that you want, because it is effortless action. It is taking steps and making things happen in a way that doesn't even feel like you are efforting. It doesn't feel like you're forcing anything to happen, because you want something, you've imagined it, you like what you imagined so much that you just want to make it happen. So it flows, basically. It's really effortless. And it's also very interesting to know that we are never alone. I don't know what it is, okay? I don't know if it's God, if it's our inner self, if it's the universe, but there is something benevolent that always seems to be stepping in when we take those inspired actions. The more you imagine, the more you are literally in tune with who you really are and what you really want in life. And I really sincerely believe that when we follow our heart and when we do things that are good for us and obviously not harming anyone else and also good for others, the universe or God or your inner self steps in and helps you. Okay, so you're going to have, maybe it is exactly as everybody says, we are like a magnet. Okay, so if you want to build your beautiful ideal house, new people, new opportunities, new ideas will come to you naturally. You will be attracting those. So it is very important at this stage to be flexible, to really trust in the universe or in your inner self. You are guided, you are in a benevolent place. You're not alone. And it's very nice actually to know that as you start to create, that's what I've noticed personally, and that's what I love about life. I've just, for example, completed and published my 10th book in English. I've written a few more in French, but in English it's a 10th book. And, it began as an idea. It actually evolved in a program. It evolved in a coaching program. I had my own business, so I created one thing after another, right? And then as I worked with clients, which was already something that I had imagined and that I had manifested, I began to have this other idea to write a book, and the book came to my mind, and then I had more ideas, and everything, I took inspired action. I actually asked people in my private Facebook group community, where I share a lot of things, by the way. If you want to check it out, you can go on Facebook and just check ImaginAdventures, where dreams become reality, the wonderful group. And so what I did is I began to visualize, imagine a book that would go with my program, a book that I would be writing for my client. And that's actually what I do as well as a writing coach, is that I encourage everyone who has their own business, but also everyone who has a story, because I believe everybody has a story to share, and that it can help so many people in the world. We just underestimate sometimes how much our own story can inspire and literally save other people's lives sometimes. So I believe that as a writing coach, if you have an idea, and if you think of a book, if you know that you want to write a book, if you have a book in you, if you want to share something, you don't know how to do it, I'm here to help. But you should definitely do that, because this is a feeling you get when you have that, that beautiful, brilliant idea in your imagination. You imagine it and then you manifest it, you create it. Obviously, when you create something, you have to put in some work. But for example, writing that 10th book was no effort at all, because it was something that I had always imagined. It flowed easily because it is very aligned with who I am and what I wanted to do at that time. And obviously, now I've got the book. I've just received a paperback copy today, and holding it in my hand is one of the best feelings ever. So why we all want to manifest things is because we want to feel that feeling. And that's actually very interesting and important for me to share with you, because we feel that, we want things, we want new things in our life. But why? Why do we want all these things? Well, to be happy, yes, to feel secure and to feel loved. Okay, but basically, I believe it goes even beyond that. It goes to, it all comes down to our need and our desire to adventure. So that's why on my website you will find that the third word is adventure. Okay, imagination, manifestation, adventure. I've always been a big dreamer. I love adventure. I have been a wildlife journalist, so I got to experience life in what I felt was almost the National Geographic Explorer adventure, or even Indiana Jones sometimes. That's how I felt. But whether it is in reality, when I traveled and I went to see jaguars in the wild, in the Pantanal in Brazil, or I saw lions in Africa, or elephants, or whether I just adventured in my mind by just imagining what I wanted to do and actually making it happen, manifesting it, or even now as I imagine the future. These are all adventures, and it's just like if we go back to that playground on the beach where you have your beautiful sand, the water, the shells and the rocks, and then you have your shovel and your bucket. Once you have built your sand castle, you've done a beautiful sand castle, you've added the right amount of water, it is sturdy, it looks nice, you've added the shells, you've decorated it, you've manifested it. Just like me with my new book, I've manifested it. Now what? Well, now you get to play. Now you get to really, you get to be the king or knight of your kingdom or castle, and you get to wander around, or you get to create little tunnels where you can put some water and have it flow. That's what we do with our kids when we go to the beach. We love seeing the water wandering around the castle. I don't know if you've done it before. I have, but it can be in the snow, and this is obviously again a metaphor. But now that I have my book, for example, I can literally play even more on a different level with my own clients. And I can help a lot more other people who just want to buy the book and will be using it to make their own dreams of writing and publishing their book in 90 days real and reality. So it is for them, it's going to be the beginning of a new adventure. But the whole point is actually, which is really interesting, and I'm sure that you can guess what I'm going to say next. The whole process is the adventure, and adventure is the ultimate goal. When you imagine your adventure, that's exactly what you do. I don't know if we can use it in English as a verb, but I think to adventure should be a verb. So when you imagine you adventure, you literally venture into your imagination. You adventure. When you manifest, you adventure. You enjoy creating something, manifesting something. You attract things. You experience things. This is an adventure. This is all adventure. And at the end, when everything is manifested and created, you will find that, yes, it is the excitement and thrill that, is being stimulated in every sense of the word. Adventure is about experiencing joy and peace, love and passion. It's about taking risk, knowing whatever is meant for us will be there for us. But it is a goal of life, really. Yes, we want to be happy, of course we do, and we want to be secure. But this is all part of the whole process of adventuring. Even if you were happy, you were given everything that you wanted in your life at every given moment, you would never stop. Let's say you have a magical power to, you slap your fingers, and something that you want manifests. Well, you would be surrounded by everything that exists in this world, because you would never stop, because you would want to experience everything. That's why the people who are, really, really, really wealthy and have a lot of money, they have a lot of things. But I believe that they want to adventure. They want to experience as many things as possible. However, you don't need much money to actually experience the ultimate adventure of life. All of these feelings, feeling excited, feeling happy, feeling thrilled, feeling just excited about life, and just, having that yummy feeling that I keep talking about when you live. This is what we are dealing with, and this is what we want in life. So this is what I'm all about, when I say imagine your greatest adventure into being. It's because we, especially when I work with clients, we don't just, we work on so many different levels, but we imagine, okay, then we manifest, we make sure that whatever it is that you want, or my clients want, and imagine, can and will be manifested, created, will happen. But then we adventure, so we make it an adventure. We enjoy every moment and minute of it. So that's exactly what I hope that you will be doing this year, okay? So enjoy this, enjoy imagining, enjoy manifesting, and enjoy adventuring, because this is life. We only get one, or one that we know of. So make it the best you can for you, for everyone else in the world. Okay, and so that's it for today, but I'm sending you all a lot of loving energy, especially as we begin that brand new, beautiful, amazing, magical year. Remember that, to be our most productive self, we don't necessarily need to race, okay? Take it easy, follow your heart, imagine your dreams, manifest them, and enjoy the whole adventure, the whole journey. And trust me, you will be as happy as one wishes to be. So thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I will be talking to you next week. Bye.